Hey guys, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is that you are watching this video. It is early in the morning for me, and that's because I'm going to be doing a 12-hour wear test trying 2 new viral products. And there are these right here. I picked up, this is what I've been waiting for, the new One Size Primer. This is their Secure the Sweat Dry Till Dawn Primer. And I also picked up the new Too Faced Born This Way Healthy Glow SPF 30 Moisturizing Skin Tint. I'm going to be doing a 12-hour wear test on my 41-year-old normal to oily skin. If you guys want to see these 2 viral products in action, keep on watching. And if it is your first time here on my channel, I just want to welcome all of you and say hello, and I hope that you'd become part of our makeup family here. Do me a favor, click on that subscribe button and hit the bell next to it. That way you'll be notified every time I drop a new video. And if you are just as interested in both of these products as I am, be sure to give this video a thumbs up before you go. Let's talk about the primer first. The primer retails for $34. I think it has since sold out on the Sephora website, but you might be able to find it in stock on the One Size website. Now, why am I so intrigued with this primer? Well, like I mentioned, I'm 41 years old. I do have normal to oily skin. Oily primarily in my T-zone, with my nose being the oiliest place on my face. I live in South Texas, like the southernmost tip of Texas. It is very hot and very humid where I live. So a primer that's gonna help grip my makeup, make it sweat resistant, humidity resistant. Hello, sign me up for it. I am all for that. This is what it says on the box. These are its claims. It says it's going to be sweat-proof, waterproof, shine-proof for 12 hours. All I need my makeup to last for is a good 10 hours, but today we are doing a 12-hour wear test. It says that it's also going to be oil-resistant shine control, and it's also going to be a mattifying primer. And in here, you do get 30 mLs of product. Now let's talk about the new Too Faced skin tint. So it is going to have SPF 30. The shade that I picked up in this one is Porcelain, and Porcelain is described as fair neutral. It says that this is going to be 24 hours of wear. It is oil-free. It's vegan. It's going to provide all-day hydration. But one thing I do want to point out, because I know this can be aggravating for some of you, this is formulated with coconut water. And I know if you have acne-prone skin, I do know that coconut water can trigger acne from time to time. So just FYI on that. I also want to mention that this product does contain hyaluronic acid, and it also contains alpha rose, which is going to support the skin's health and radiance. This says it's going to be a natural finish. It's going to get us to medium coverage, and there's 18 shades. Oh yeah, there's 18 shades. You can find this already on the Too Faced website, Ulta website, Sephora website, and I would imagine pretty much wherever Too Faced retailers are sold. So it's in a little like silicone plastic bottle. I'm excited for it. How am I going to do this wear test trying out these 2 viral products? So what I'm going to do on the right side of my face, I'm going to apply the primer, and then I'm going to apply the skin tint, and then I'm going to do some powder, and then on the left side of my face, I'm not going to do any primer, just the skin tint, so we can see how the skin tint is going to work on its own. I realize not everybody wears primer, not everybody needs a mattifying primer. So I want to make sure I cover the best of both worlds in today's video. I'm just so excited. You don't understand how excited I am for especially the One Size primer. So let's open this up. It is sealed, and I think you have to turn the cap around and you just puncture it like that. So it's already starting to come out. I know it says to like let this sit for a minute, warm it up, fingertips. So obviously the T-zone is where I get the oiliest. Also on my nose, I'm only gonna do half of my nose. I even get a little bit oily into here. I used to suffer from acne really bad growing up into my mid-20s. That's when it started clearing up, thank goodness. But, you know, every now and then I do have a little blemish here and there, and I do have old acne scars, minor discoloration on the sides of my cheeks. So, you know, I don't mind a mattifying primer, especially when I'm wearing like a glowy foundation, because it just helps my skin get the proper balance. So this has like a little scent to it, but it's not like a makeup scent. It's kind of like a, I guess, a chemical scent. It's nothing abrasive. I mean, it's nothing that's gonna linger. It's already going away, but you know, I just like to point that stuff out. It feels kind of sticky, but it's already feeling like it's mattifying the complexion. I don't know, I'm really excited for this. Maybe when I get home from work, I'll do some running on the treadmill. Won't that be fun? And then we can really see if it's sweat proof. Now on this side, I'm not going to apply any primer. So let's go ahead and give the skin tint a good shake. I think fair neutral is going to be the perfect shade match for me. I usually go for fair to light foundations, concealers, usually in the warm to neutral category. And it is a little squeezy top. Actually, this looks way too dark for me. Okay. Yeah, this looks way too dark. I have my damp beauty sponge here, so I'm going to just start bouncing with this one. Yeah, this doesn't look like it's going to be my shade. It looks like it'll be my shade in the summer, which I guess is fine, but not so much right now. That's interesting. I'm not noticing a scent with this one. I'm just noticing that the color is a bit off. Actually, more than a bit off. I wasn't expecting it to be this dark. So maybe the shades are leaning a little on the darker side with this one. Now, I'm not going to do any bronzer or anything like that today. No blush. I just want to give everything a fair shot on its own and see what it's like for 12 hours. So I think it's applying really nicely with the makeup sponge. I do want to point out that this skin tint is infused with that bamboo powder extract, and I've been seeing that ingredient a lot lately in different skin tints and stuff that I've been trying out. Is it this one or is it the primer? Hold on, let me double check. No, it is the primer. The primer is the one that is infused with that bamboo extract. That is going to help mattify the complexion. I don't know why I was thinking with this, it was this one. But this skin tint is oil free, but it's also hydrating. And I think I got nice coverage. I think it looks really pretty, actually. It feels super lightweight. I'm actually really liking the coverage I'm getting and the application I'm getting with the sponge. I think I'm going to just continue using the sponge on the entire face for today. So I've used up pretty much everything that I have on the back of my hand. I'm going to squeeze out some more. It does say to let the primer sit for a little bit, so I think it's ready now. Let's start bouncing over here. Now on the right side of my face, well, I'm going to do concealer and light powder under both under eye areas, but I am going to like powder down half of my face over here. Like the T-zone part. I'm not going to be powdering down the perimeter of my face. I really like the way this is applying. Usually I like using a makeup brush. That is my preferred method, and then I'll go in with a makeup sponge to kind of just smooth everything out, but I'm really liking the application I'm getting from the sponge, so consider that if you decide to pick this up, which I know some of you have already ordered both items, so I'm hoping that they both work for you, especially if you're living like in Texas, in Florida, you know, places where the humidity is just off the charts. Even in New York City, it gets humid over there, so This mattifying primer, I'm just really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be an answered prayer for summertime, even if you just wear it alone on top of like a tinted or underneath a tinted sunscreen or something like that. I think that would be great. I think this is providing beautiful coverage. I think this is true to what it says, medium coverage. Now, I don't think I really need to build up anything. I think it just looks really nice. The only thing for me is the shade. The shade is just a little too dark, and you can definitely see that there. I ordered both things from Sephora, by the way. All right, so now I'm going to go in with a little bit of Dior Forever Skin Correct in the shade 1N. This is going to be for the under eye area only. This is the newly reformulated Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer. Everything seems to be getting reformulated lately. Now, I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I'm not a huge fan of the Born This Way line from Too Faced. Like the original Born This Way foundation and that concealer and stuff, that did not work for me at all. The only product that has really worked for me is the Born This Way matte foundation. I actually really like that foundation. And then they reformulated their ethereal setting powder, and that actually works pretty good. But for me, it works better as like a finishing powder. I like the way it looks. Even under the eyes, it looks all right, but I don't like to set my T-zone with it just because I feel like it provides a little bit of a glow, and I'm trying to be matte in that area. Okay, now I'm going to go in with powder to set the under eye concealer and to set this part of my face, and I'm going to go in with my good old faithful Coty Airspun using just a little triangular puff. I think this one is either from Temu or Shop Miss A. Of course, I'm going to set this side of the nose and just set right here. This is just a step that I always do. I always have to set my T-zone because I just get too glowy. I like a glow, don't get me wrong. I like a glow, just I don't want to be an oil slick, you know what I mean? I'm not setting this side of the face. I'm not even touching this side of the face with powder. Okay. So, I'm not going to do any setting spray today. I really want to just see what the primer especially is made of. And I'm liking the way my complexion looks quite a bit. I think you can see the difference. This is way more matte on this side versus this side. The glowiness is there. But I'm really excited for today's wear test. I will do a check-in with you guys during my lunch break. We'll see how it's wearing. I'm going to try and spend part of my lunch break outside. I only have 40 minutes for lunch, but I'm going to be in and outdoors during that time. And then, of course, I do have some errands to run after work, and it's going to be a hot day here in South Texas. So we're definitely putting these two viral products to the test today. And as of right now, this feels a little bit tacky. Obviously, I just applied it, but it's not too tacky. Over here, it feels a little bit better in the area where I powdered down. But I'm looking forward to it, guys. So I will check in with you all a little bit later. Hey guys, so here is the 5-hour check-in with the foundation and the primer. Here is the side that I didn't powder down or apply primer to. So this is just the new skin tint on its own. I think you can clearly see I'm starting to get oily. And then over here looks like perfection. Now I'm doing this in the car so you can kind of see what it looks like in the sunlight. You can see it is a little too dark for me. I don't know if I'm gonna exchange it or just go with it because I think it'll work well for me in the summer. But everything feels really comfortable. Everything feels really lightweight. I'm really liking the way my complexion looks. I think this is a really nice skin tint, and it provides really nice coverage. And I think if you're like a full-on oily skin type or just normal to oily like me, going in with a mattifying primer underneath and powdering down your oily areas, I think it's going to work out really well. But hey, it still has a lot more hours to go, so I'll be back later.
I'm definitely going to do a little bit of a workout so we can see how it holds up with me sweating. But I've been indoors and outdoors as much as I can, you know, during the day here at work. And then of course after work, I'll be running some errands and stuff. So we'll see. So far so good. I'm of course liking this side more than this side, but we'll have to see what it looks like at the end of this 12-hour wear test. Hey guys, 9-hour check-in here with these 2 new products. So here is I think the best looking side. I have 0 complaints about the right side of my face versus the left side. I think you can clearly see the oil has kicked itself up a notch, but this feels so comfortable. Like this skin tint, this is a really good skin tint, and it's already reminding me of a couple other products I have in my stash, so definitely stay tuned because I'm going to give you some dupe alternatives towards the end of this video when I wrap up this 12-hour wear test. I am going to do a walk on the treadmill, walk/run. I think I'm going to do more of like an incline walk. I have this little routine that I do on the treadmill, so I think that's what I'm gonna do, just to so we can try and just test out the sweat resistant factor of the primer. I'm really looking forward to that. As of right now, it's definitely the right side that's the winner. Hey beauties, I just started my workout. We're gonna see how well the makeup holds up. This is the side with the primer. This is the side without the primer. I am on the treadmill right now, getting ready to increase this incline, maybe do a little bit of jogging. So I will see you guys. We'll wrap this up in just a bit.
Okay guys, whew, I am tired. I just got done with my 30-minute treadmill workout. Here is what the face of makeup is looking like. So here is the side with just the skin tint, the new one from Too Faced. You can clearly see up here, I mean, you can clearly see I'm sweating, but it's really broken up apart, like right up here. It even kind of rubbed off. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can see this, right? Over here on this side where I have the primer, I also have a little bit of setting powder on my nose. You can already see the oil coming through on my nose. It is still breaking up apart. It's breaking up here because obviously I'm sweating, and I was sweating for a while. You can see that. Do I think that this primer is going to be 100% sweat proof? No, nothing really is. Nothing is really waterproof, water resistant. To some extent, things are, but are they 100% bulletproof? No, because it's makeup, and makeup is intended to come off. Do I think this side looks better than this side? 100% yes, it does. I really do think that the new one size primer, this is the Secure the Sweat primer, I think this is going to be fantastic for those of you with normal to oily and full-on oily skin who live in hot, humid climates the way I do, and maybe you have a problem with your makeup just melting off by the end of the day. And I would definitely consider picking this one up for 34 bucks. I think it's totally worth the investment. I also love the other one size primer, the Secure the Blur. I've used this for over a year now. This is a really nice primer as well, and I think this one can work both ways, for both dry skin and for oily skin as well. Now, another new primer that I've been really enjoying is this one from Glow Recipe. This is their Strawberry BHA Pore Smooth Blur Drops. I think this is also fantastic for full-on oily and normal to oily skin, especially if you have acne prone skin. I think this is a great one to check out. I want to say this one might be $1 or $2 more than this new one. They're about the same price point, but I've really been enjoying this one. Obviously, today was the first day I used this one. I cannot wait to wear this more. This is definitely going to be a go-to for me in the summer because I do think it did a good job of helping this makeup last for 12 hours on my normal to oily skin, even through a workout. I mean, I can just imagine if I had blush, bronzer, and highlighter on, I'm sure it would still be on. It wouldn't be melting off the way this side clearly is, you know, coming off. Let's talk about the skin. Oh, one more thing, going back to primer. If you are dry skin and you're saying, Steph, I need something for dry skin. I live in a hot, humid climate just like you do, but I need something for dry skin. Go for a makeup gripping primer like this one from e.l.f. Power Grip, or the new one that has niacinamide. I have found that those work well and they still provide some hydration, and this is only like $8, $10 maybe at the most. So those of you with dry skin, I would recommend something like this for, especially for the summertime. Now, let's talk about the foundation. The Too Faced Born This Way Healthy Glow SPF 30 moisturizing skin tint, but it's an oil-free skin tint. But keep in mind, it is made with that coconut water, and coconut water can sometimes aggravate acne-prone skin, so just be careful with that. I thought that this wore really well. I thought it wore really well together with this primer. Now, on this side, without any helping products, no, I don't think it wore that great, because clearly, like, I've been oily pretty much all day on the left side of my face. It's really broken up like through here around my chin, whereas on this side it's mainly like right here where I was sweating, and then a little bit like right in here and on the chin. It's definitely not as bad on this side as it is on this side. I think this is such a lightweight skin tint with beautiful coverage and a beautiful natural finish. This reminds me so much of the Dior Backstage foundation. This packaging is almost identical as well, with the exception of, I think, the little cap being a different color. I was under the impression they were discontinuing the Backstage foundation, but it's still available at Sephora. It retails for $40. This one is $36 or $38, so they're around similar price point. I think there's more shades in the Dior Backstage than there are in this one, but if you are along the lines of a drier skin type, I would definitely go for the Dior Backstage, and if you're along the lines of like a normal to oily, then I would go for this new one from Too Faced. This is actually a really nice product. I cannot wait to wear it again, pair it with other primers, different setting powders, just seeing, you know, how it's going to work best. But today I felt like this did a really good job for 12 hours of wear. Now, two other options I have for you in case you're not going to be able to pick this one up. I have the small size of one of my favorite tinted moisturizers that's actually very similar to this one, this new one from Too Faced. This is the Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow all-in-one tinted moisturizer. This one has SPF 25 in it. I love this one. It comes in several different colors. I have shade Light, which is a little too dark for me. It's kind of along the lines of the same color as this one that I have from Too Faced. And once again, the one I have here is shade Porcelain. This one is a little too dark for me, but this is also a nice option, and I like that you can get this in a mini size in case you just want to travel with it, or you just want to try it out to see if it's going to work for you. This one has been in my stash for quite some time. It is a repeat purchase for me, and I've really enjoyed it. If you need a drugstore alternative, you want something that's lightweight, that's still going to give you a good medium coverage, I mean, I recommend this all the time. Don't be surprised. Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This one has hyaluronic acid, just the way the one from Too Faced has, and it's also oil-free, just like the new one from Too Faced. This just does an amazing job. So many of you agree with me. So many of you love this one, and it's $6. In some places, maybe you can find it for $4 or $5. This is an absolute winner. It is always on my top 10 list. If you haven't tried this yet, please add it to your cart the next time you're at Walmart, at Target, at Ulta, wherever they sell Wet n Wild, Five Below. Trust me, you won't regret it. I have two different shades in this one. I have shade Fair, which is this one, and I have shade Light. Fair is the best shade match for me. So overall, guys, I think it was a good makeup day on the right side of my face, not so good on the left side of my face, but I think both of these products are definitely worth the hype. Definitely check out the One Size Secure the Sweat Primer if you're living in a hot, humid climate this season. Or if you are looking for a new skin tint and you're more along the lines of a normal to oily skin type, I really think this new one from Too Faced is definitely worth checking out. They did a good job. I don't know, I was expecting not to like this, but I actually do really enjoy it. Of course, I need to test it out more, but first impressions, 12-hour wear, both of these products are getting 2 thumbs up for me. I need to catch my breath. I need to go take a shower. Let me know in the comments what you thought about today's double review, double wear test video. What did you think about these products? Are you gonna be picking them up? Did you buy them already? Sound off in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. I need to go drink a whole bunch of it right now, and I will see y'all very soon. Bye.